Rather than give you the same old list of gifts that everybody gives startup founders, Startup Sienna wants to give you a list that will make your gifts unique and meaningful for the startup founder in your life. You've been a very good kid this year. Hey kids, it's me, Startup Sienna. You can tell I'm Startup Sienna because I have the puffy coat. Don't worry about procrastinating. I literally don't deliver gifts until the very last moment, so you still have plenty of time. What suggestions do I have for the startup founder in your life? We're not just talking about like venture capital and how to build products and that kind of stuff. We're talking about stuff that will be beneficial to the startup founder themselves. I've got a series of books that they might enjoy that are easily and readily available. I have a few tools that might be beneficial. And then I have a few Portland-specific gifts from Portland startups that may be helpful to folks no matter where they are. You know, you don't want to just give them cash because they're going to spend it on their startup. I know you don't have much time, so let's get into the list. Let's start with Flux, by an author from Portland, as luck would have it, really helping you figure out how to not only survive, but thrive in a world of constant change, which is the world a startup founder lives in. Great read for startup founders who are dealing with the uncertainty of the company they're trying to build. Next, read this one so often there's no cover anymore. It's Reboot by Colonna, helping startup founders figure out their leadership style and understand empathy when it comes to the teams they're building, the customers they're working with. Just a great, solid read for that founder in your life who may be struggling with leadership or may be trying to figure out the leader they want to be. Now, startup founders have to read body language and understand people. Sometimes that's their customers, sometimes that could be investors, sometimes it could be employees. So a great book in that regard is Cues by Vanessa Van Edwards to help you better understand how people are reacting to the conversations you're having, but also helping you react more positively and authentically as you're telling those stories. So great for founders who have to pitch their startups time and time again to any number of people. Cues will be super helpful in helping them establish the right body language and convey the story they want to tell. Longtime favorite, and it won't even come into focus, but it's Visual Explanations by Edward Tufte. Not only do startup founders have to tell their stories, startup founders often have to demonstrate their stories or convey data in a visual format that's very easy to consume. This was a really informative book for me in my early days of building decks and presentations for startups to figure out how to represent data in meaningful ways that people easily understand. And then finally, Uncanny Valley, purely a memoir of someone who lived through the craziness of the startup world in Silicon Valley, and a great one for startup founders everywhere to understand just how crazy it is. Now, I want to talk a little bit about tools that might be helpful to startup founders in your life. First and foremost, a journal. This one's from our friends at Field Notes from Draplin and Draplin Design Company. Founders are always thinking about their startups. Giving them something to jot down what they're thinking about when they're thinking about it can be super helpful. It can be a small book like a Field Notes book. It can be a larger, more traditional journal. But giving the founder in your life somewhere to jot down their ideas and keep track of what they're thinking can be incredibly thoughtful and helpful for them along their journey. Next, there's a company here in Portland called Reclaim.ai, which helps people better organize their schedules, helps them block time for them to work. I've used it for a number of years to help me manage my schedule, and I can't recommend it highly enough for founders who have a lot of commitments to their time. Not only gives them the time they need to meet with the people they need to meet, but gives them the time they need to build their business. Being a founder is incredibly tough. So these days, I'm really happy that we have tools like Calm and Headspace and meditation tools that can help folks be more mindful of their experience. So I don't have any favorites there. I think they're all good tools and they're very much a personal choice. But maybe consider offering one of those tools to the startup founder in your life to help them take those moments of mindfulness and really focus on themselves and their wellness and their mental and behavioral health. Because without that, they're never going to be able to build the company they really want to build. These days, everybody's using the AI, so you might also consider giving them a membership to ChatGPT so that they can get the full use of that tool. They're likely trying to figure out how to add AI to the startup they're building anyway, so giving them full access to something like ChatGPT or even other artificial intelligence tools, just giving them a membership so that they can freely and fully experiment with the platform could be hugely beneficial. And then finally, you're soaking in it, YouTube. Why not consider giving them a YouTube Premium account? That way they can get to all the information that's available on YouTube without having to sit through ads. And they also get access to things like YouTube Music. I don't know that I can continue to use YouTube day in and day out without subscribing to YouTube Premium. If you're consuming a ton of content, if you're creating a ton of content, YouTube Premium is one of those things that is a lifesaver for any startup founder. So these are the Portland specific ones. I think first and foremost, Portland Business Journal subscription. Again, much like YouTube Premium, so much good content being produced by the Portland Business Journal, but sometimes it winds up behind a paywall. So maybe consider giving them a Portland Business Journal subscription so that folks have access to all the articles that are being written about them, but also all the articles that are being written about startups in the Portland area. I, for one, have been a Portland Business Journal subscriber for years and years, and I find it highly useful to be able to get access to all the content I need access to when I need it. Sometimes folks don't want to be working at home, and for that, I've got two Portland options that might be beneficial. First, CENTRL Office offers a monthly pass that allows people to work from CENTRL a set number of days per month. So it gives them that freedom of going to a co-working space when they might need to get out of the house or might just need to be around other people. And then finally, full disclosure, Pi alum, Radious provides on-demand workspace that you can rent on a daily basis. Sometimes that could be a very small workspace. Sometimes it could be a whole house. If you consider giving the startup founder in your life a gift certificate to Radious, then they can have those company offsites or maybe just even get together with a bunch of friends to co-work. There's some amazing spaces in Portland. There are also spaces in the Bay Area. So those are the ideas from Startup Santa. Happy holidays to all of you. I hope you get your shopping done. I hope this list helps you find something meaningful or maybe sparks an idea for a gift for the startup founder in your life. Hang in there. Happy holidays to you and yours. I sincerely hope you get a little downtime while things are quiet. And until we talk again, please keep up the good work.